sheep follow the shepherd, the sheep follow the shepherd, la 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 la, la 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 la. And I will follow Jesus, and I will follow Jesus, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Hello again, Little Rews. How are you doing? I thought we'd have another sing-song and another Bible story and show you another craft and another little talk for the grown-ups. So here goes. Let's start with Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You got your stars ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Hey! Now, what about... Oh, I hope none of you are sick, but Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick. Let's see if we can sing that. Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she phoned for the doctor to come quick, quick, quick. The doctor came with his bag and his hat, and came out on the door with a rat-tat-tat-tat. He looked at the dolly and he shook his head, and he said, Miss Polly put us straight to bed. He wrote on the paper for a bill, bill, bill. I'll be back in the morning, yes I will. Hooray! What about row your boat? There are 4 verses to this one, remember. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently back to shore. If you see a lion there, don't forget to roar. Row, row, row your boat gently down the river. If you see a polar bear, don't forget to shiver. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream. I did that in a funny order, didn't I? I hope you followed all right. What shall we do now? Shall we do God's love is very wonderful? It's a little while since we've done this one, so I don't know if you remember. It's so high, you can't get over it. So low, you can't get under it. So wide, you can't get round it. Oh, wonderful love. So let's try that. God's love is very wonderful. God's love is very wonderful. God's love is very wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high you can't get over it. So low you can't get under it. So wide you can't get round it. Oh, wonderful love. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Jesus' love is very wonderful. Oh, wonderful love. So high you can't get over it. So low you can't get under it. So wide you can't get round it. Oh, wonderful love. Hooray! Now I think we need a little bit of something to jump around to. Do you remember roly-poly? Let's have a go at that one. Roly-poly, roly-poly, all around the room. Roly-poly, roly-poly, all around the room. Roly-poly, roly-poly, all around the room. And you clap your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Jumpy, 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 jumping all around the room. Jumping, 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 jumping all around the room. marching, marching, marching all around the room. Marching, 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 marching all around the room. Marching, 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 marching all around the room. And to clap your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Tickle, 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 tickle all around the room. Tickle, 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 tickle all around the room. Tickle, 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 tickle all around the room. And to clap your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Clapping, 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 clapping all around the room. Clapping, 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 clapping all around the room. Clapping, 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 clapping all around the room. And to clap your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I'm exhausted. And I'll probably chop my head off the top too. Let's think. Let's do something a little bit quieter. Shall we do Rock-a-bye Baby? Rock-a-bye baby on the treetops, when the wind blows the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the baby will fall. Down will come baby, cradle and all. Well, I don't know if you've fallen down onto the floor, but that might be a good place to have a little rest while I talk to you about our true story from the Bible. And our story starts at night time. You would have been snuggled up in bed probably late at night. Jesus and his friends had just had a meal together, and when they finished the meal, they sang a song and they went out. And they went to a garden that was a favourite place of theirs, because Jesus wanted to be quiet there and to pray. Jesus knew that he was going to face a very difficult time, and so he wanted to talk to God, his Father, and he also wanted his friends to be with him, to support him, to help him. And so they went with him, and Jesus prayed. But you know what? It was late. It was night time. What did his friends do? They fell asleep. And Jesus came back from praying and found them and said, "Oh, couldn't you help and pray with me?" And he went to pray again. And his friends tried to stay awake, but they fell asleep. And Jesus came back and said, "It's time now. It's too late." The soldiers were coming, and they came with torches. You may think that doesn't look much like a torch, but it's what their torches would have looked like. A stick of wood with fire burning at the top. And the people came, and they arrested Jesus and took him away. And all of Jesus' friends ran away. That's a very sad story, isn't it? It shows how when things are difficult, people don't necessarily stick with their friends. Jesus was left all alone, but he knew it would happen too. Just before this, he told his friends, "You will all desert me." And Peter, one of them, said, "Well, maybe the others will, but me, no, I'll never leave you." And Jesus said, "Peter, before the cock crows 3 times, you will say you don't even know me." Peter couldn't believe it, but it came true. Jesus knew. And that's the wonderful thing about Jesus. He knows what we're like, but he still loves us. And later, when he met up with Peter again, Jesus forgave him. So that's a wonderful thing to remember. Jesus knows what we're like, and he forgives us. What can I add to what I've just said to the children? Judas, he deserted Jesus, betrayed him, because money was more important for him than his friendship with Jesus. Peter, the rest of the disciples, they were all afraid. It was going to be difficult to stick with Jesus. They were too frightened and they ran away. Well, as I said to the children, the wonderful thing is that Jesus knows what we're like, and yet he loves us and will forgive us if we ask him to. But the challenge is to think whether we're allowing things to get in the way. Are we more interested in money than in friendship with Jesus? Are we frightened of what people might say or think or do to us if we make Jesus our friend and let people know? There's the challenge. But the encouragement is that he knows us and he loves us and he wants us to be his friend all the same. That's my thought for today.